Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is. And welcome to, well, it's a video I wasn't going to make, to be honest, because I was just going to make the one about Pewdiepie and the M-word and that kind of thing and leave it at that. Because I knew that people who email me would ask me to do it. So I did it, and I was going to just let go and walk away like I normally do. But he's let out a response, an apology. And, well, I'll tell you what, before I give my thoughts on anything else, let's have a look at the apology, and then I'll go from there.
Hello, I wanted to make a statement on what I said in my previous live stream. You probably won't believe me when I say this, but whenever I go online and I hear other players use the same kind of language that I did, I always find it extremely immature and stupid, and I hate how I now personally fed into that part of gaming as well. It was something that I said in the heat of the moment. I said the worst word I could possibly think of, and it just sort of slipped out. And I'm not going to make any excuses to why it did, because there are no excuses for it. I'm disappointed in myself because it seems like I've learned nothing from all these past controversies. And it's not that I think I can say or do whatever I want and get away with it. That's not it at all. I'm just an idiot. But that doesn't make what I said or how I said it okay. It was not okay. I'm really sorry if I offended, hurt, or disappointed anyone with all of this. Being in the position I am, I should know better. I know I can't keep messing up like this. And I owe it to my audience and to myself to do better than this, because I know I'm better than this. I really want to improve myself and better myself, not just for me, but for anyone that looks up to me or anyone that's influenced by me. And that's how I want to move forward away from this. That's all I had to say. Thank you for watching. Bye.
So I admit I have at times been on PewDiePie's channel when he's done videos I don't always agree with, and I have said my piece. I've not been afraid to, and I've said I don't like it or whatever. I don't like how what it's portrayed or whatever. So I've never been afraid of speaking my mind, and I'll admit I came to this response of his thinking it was going to be PewDiePie. I said this. I actually made a comment on that video, and I'll kind of repeat what I said. I said I expected to see PewDiePie making excuses. That's what I expected to see. Instead, I saw Felix saying sorry, and that made a big difference. A big difference. You see, if you look at the Wall Street Journal thing, PewDiePie knew that he had something to stand up for there, and knew that he had a reason to kind of fight his corner. So when he explained, he still apologised for what he did, but he still at the same time came out with reasoning, trying to make people understand his reasoning behind it, because he knew he had a reason. With this, he didn't even try. He just simply said, you know, I'm sorry, look, I can't make excuses for it. Not going to even try. I did let slip, but that's not an excuse. I tried to say the worst word I could, and it slipped out when it came to mind. But hey, that's not an excuse either. And you know, he finds it immature when people use that kind of language. And now it's what's angered him, what's upset him, is that he has now added his name to the list of people who have done that, and that makes, you know, that kind of, he's put himself in that group of people who he actually dislikes, and that's something now, you know, he'll dislike in himself. And you know, you can see that it's kind of not something that's lying comfortable with him. He doesn't like that. So yeah, it made a difference when I saw it, and I admit I believe it. I do believe his apology. Now, I guess time will see what other people do and how other people respond to this in kind. But let me just point something out to you before you make. And if you watch this and you're a content creator, I don't know why you'd be watching me if you're a content creator. But anyway, let's pretend you do for a second. Let me just point something out to you before you make a response that shows no forgiveness, no understanding, or anything. It's human for people to make mistakes. That's who we are. We make mistakes. And everybody's had to apologise at some point in their life for a mistake they've made. And when we apologise, we hope that people will be understanding and forgiving and let things go. So remember that before you make, if you can't be understanding in this. Remember that one day you may make a mistake, and then you may be sat there doing an apology video, saying sorry for something you did, hoping people will be understanding and forgiving. But you can't show that kind of thought to others and do it for them. So don't be surprised if people then come, blow that thing up you've done, blow it up out of all proportion, make it 10 times bigger than it needs to be, and then nobody forgives you for it because you couldn't do it when the time came to you. That's just something I want you to think of. Now, on top of that, I want to just point out something else that isn't lying well with me about this. And that's when people say, oh look, he said it on the live stream, so obviously he's comfortable saying it in real life. Okay, I'm sorry, and some may not like how blunt I am here, but you're stupid. You're stupid. Because that means then that if somebody pulls a prank where they stab somebody's car tyre, but it's not really their tyre, they've just replaced it with another tyre, and then they stab it. So that means if camera goes off, they run around stabbing everybody's tyres. Or if they do a skit where they throw a hammer through a window. Well, it might be a window that they're going to replace anyway. But hey, no, that's not it anymore. Now, when the camera's off, they throw hammers through all sorts of windows. Everybody's windows. They're destructive. They need to go, they cause damage. Because, as we know, whatever you do on camera, you must be comfortable doing off camera. So, if somebody pretends to kick a dog, then obviously they kick dogs off camera. You may be saying, no, you're going too far with it. No, I'm not. You've just generalised him by saying, no, look, he said a bad word. So obviously, he's comfortable saying it off camera. So that's like saying, well, anything anybody does on camera, they're comfortable doing off camera. So we can go to everybody who does pranks, parodies, skits, or anything like that, and we can say, well, they enjoy doing that. They must enjoy doing that off camera. We can do that to just about every video, every content creator that does something, that doesn't just sit like me playing games, but actually does other things. Whatever they do, we can say, well, that's it. They like doing that off camera. It's a stupid idea to go to. It's a place you shouldn't go because anybody can be generalised as that, and you can't just say, oh no, it's only PewDiePie. It's only PewDiePie who actually is comfortable saying it off camera. How can you just generalise? How can you just say it about one person and then give everybody else a pass? No. If he does it, if he's comfortable doing whatever he says or does on camera, he's comfortable doing it off camera, then obviously that's the same for everybody. Do you see how the logic works? Actually, no, let me put it the other way. Do you see how the logic doesn't work? How the logic is completely silly. It's a stupid logic. It really is. So, anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. So, that's my feelings on it. Because it isn't that I'm expecting emails asking me to comment on this. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I just wanted to give my opinion on it. Since I've done the first video and because I hear what some are saying, they don't want to be forgiving. They don't want to be understanding, a few of them. And you just need to realise that one day you might need people to understand and they'll remember that you weren't willing to do it yourself. So that's something to remember. Channels can get destroyed by people, by fans that decide they're not going to be understanding and blow things out of proportion. You need to remember that. That's not me threatening anybody, I'm just saying. You need to remember fans of people like PewDiePie can have a very long memory, and there's a lot of them. And you make one mistake, and that mistake can be blown up to be massive. So just remember that. You're doing yourself, I'm not threatening, but it's like, try to be understanding when you can be. It doesn't hurt, and it doesn't do you any harm. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Thanks for listening, guys. Remember, you can always like, comment, subscribe, and everything like that. That's kind of good and fun. And I will see you again soon. So you take care, and goodbye for now.